This is another Leitz microscope called an HM LUX microscope, and it has some differences to the other microscopes in the laboratory that are worth pointing out. Again, this is the arm attached to the base here, and the actual light source this time is contained within this box at the bottom. This black knob here actually is the casing which is holding the light bulb in place. And if you had to replace the light bulb, you would unscrew this. Otherwise, you don't need to touch this knob. The fine focus and the main focus, again, are combined in a single knob. So again, if you rack away from you, you tend to be coarse focusing. And if you turn the same knob towards you, you're into the second gearing system, which is the fine focus. This knob here is responsible for moving the substage condenser up and down, and again this should be fully up for most of your applications. This particular microscope again has an accessory lens which has to be moved out at ×4, so that when you look under here you'll see the lens is facing towards you at ×4, and then when you move the objective to ×10 you have to flick that little switch so that the lens is now upmost. The only other control that we can really see from this angle is again this lever, which is the control of the diaphragm. Okay, this is the right hand side of the Leitz HM LUX microscope, and again this is the controls which will allow you to move your slide from left to right and backwards and forwards. This switch here is actually the on and off switch of this microscope, and again by simply turning that knob you bring the light on and it becomes brighter, and it's important that you don't turn this up too high because it might damage your eyes, and then to switch the microscope off you simply rotate the knob in the opposite direction. Again, on this side of the microscope we have a coarse and fine control combined knob. Okay, so I'll just illustrate to you the use of the accessory lens in this microscope. So at the moment we're at the ×4 objective, and the accessory lens should be flicked out of the way by turning this knob just here. When you flick to ×10, it's useful to flick that accessory lobe into place because it helps the light to focus better. And it's also in place for the ×40 lens. So ×40, ×10, and then when using the ×4 objective, the accessory lens should be flicked out of the way.